Welcome back, darlings. This week's video is doing the exterior and the interior of this RS6. Now, exterior is just going to be a gloss boosting polish and then reapplying Geon Canco, because I've seen that previous video. That way. I've done a more extensive single step correction before. So this is the enhancement on that. The interior is where the real love's going to happen. Carpet's going to be shampooed and probably pressure washed first, to be honest, because they'll be quite grubby, never been done before. And all the leather and interior is going to be really deep cleaned. So should be some great footage. I think you can really see this fantastic car look as good as it should, especially on the inside, because the outside's pretty good. It's just dusty at the moment. Wheel-wise, these are going to have their own video, because I'm going to be testing KKD Devil's Juice versus Malco Break-Off on those. Previously I said, oh, if I had Malco Break-Off, I'd have been able to get these wheels right. I've done it once already, and I couldn't. So this is going to be acidic versus alkaline wheel cleaners on another video. Anyway, sit back and relax. I'll see you at the end.
Okay, mats first. Starting off with the Miele Turbo Mini Brush, or Mini Turbo Brush, and I'm using the brush head on the DA as well. Now, the brush head on the DA isn't scrubbing. I've not set it up to a fast speed. I've just got it on the speed 1 setting, and that's really just vibrating. And I found, and you see loads of other Instagram and TikTok posts about this, it basically vibrates and lifts any kind of soil particles, grit, sand up to the top, and then you can vacuum it up. So after that, straight into getting them washed, and in this case it's a bit of Surf X HD at 5%, green drill brush, and then power washed out and extracted, and then put in the sun to go and dry. They're sitting on these yellow tiles. The yellow tiles are vented garage floor panels, and they're kind of letting the water run away underneath it without spraying up mud from the gravel driveway up onto the things I'm cleaning. Makes sense to me. So a bit of a tip for you, when you got to the end of it and you think, oh, that was grubby water, get a fresh bucket with a couple of inches of water in, suck up a load of that, and that will flush out your hose and the rest of the system, so then you can put it away and your thing will be clean. So back in with the DA brush again. It's great in the footwells. This is where you get a lot of that really ingrained gritty dirt. So it works really well here. I put a link to that and everything else I'm using down below in the description, so you can get it if you want it. With all the dry cleaning finish, it's now onto the wet stuff. I've got all rid of the loose debris so I can get in there with this. Using Koch Chemie Polestar at 5%, and I'm using the microfiber scrubber for the surface agitation. When I go onto the chairs in a minute, you're going to see that I'm using the microfiber scrub mitt. Brilliant. Again, these things, these scrubber pads, make such light work of surface cleaning. I can't be without them, and I think you should get them as well if you want to, because they really make light work of everything. If you only could go for one of them, I'd say the extra large scrub pad kind of covers all of the different things. They come in a 4-pack as well, so you can use one for your seats, one for your door trims, one for your steering wheel, you know, that sort of thing. They're well worth it, and I think a great addition. Make just light work of all of this. You know how quick it is. Bearing in mind it's sped up obviously, but it didn't take me long. If I was using a boar's hair brush or something like that, this I find takes me a lot longer to get the same results. Another use for these brilliant scrub pads, and I just want to say, you do not need a stupid sting cleaner to do the foot pedals in a car. We know who we're talking about here. That's just for the likes. You don't need it. You can use these scrub pads and they are fantastic. Again, yes, a steamer has its place. It absolutely does. It's a very useful tool for certain jobs, but you do not need it to clean your foot pedals. Little rant here. I do not understand people that use those ultra soft brushes for detailing on the steering wheel. It does not have enough bite. The thing is, it foams the product up a lot and therefore looks good for the gram, but it's not good for cleaning. Use the boar hairs one, I find generally works very well. The only caveat there is if you've got piano black inserts on the controls on the steering wheel, maybe use a soft one on that. Now we're giving the leather seats a bit of a condition. Even though Polestar has a bit of protectant in it, I need to nourish these. They haven't been done ever. So I've used Leather Star here, and you can see it still leaves a lovely satin finish compared to the one on the far side, which is the one that hadn't been cleaned. Over to the glass, doing this with the ONR method that I've detailed in this video up here. If you look at that card, brilliant. And I'm using that Details United Pyramid Waffle cloth to get it off, streak free. Absolutely fantastic. Now dressing the trim with Aerospace 303. It leaves a lovely satin finish, a bit darker, but you can't really tell the product's there, and I think that's really nice. Important to say that I did all of that on one side of the car, or one area, actually just the front driver's seat, and then went around and did the whole video, the rest of the cabin. And that's because I wanted to video it all, but it was slowing me down so much I thought I'd show all the processes and practices in one place and then go and do the whole vehicle and then show you the afters, which is what we're looking at now. Alright, so we're foaming here at 4% PIR with the Built Hamber Auto Foam. Then I'm going on to the wash, which will be Meguiar's Wash Plus, because I'm really trying to decontaminate the paintwork as much as I possibly can. See here, I've got that twisted nozzle on the end of the lance. That's great. I'll link down to that below. It's a fantastic way of changing the angle of the lance head, which is fantastic for washing out the wheel arches without getting it all in your face, which is what I often find happens to me if I'm just using the kind of cranked lance. Anyway, some tips and bits of advice for you there, but this is because it's such a thorough wash and getting it ready for being polished and coated. The Wash Plus is great. You do have to make sure you rinse it off a panel at a time, I find. Even though I'm in the shade here, it dries out really quick, and if it dries out, it's a bugger to get off. You almost have to wash it again. Fallout removal here taken care of with built Hamburg Corosol, and you can see there's a little bit on there. It's hard to see because it's a dark car, so I've just got this shot here showing you what the runoff was like. It is there, there's not tons of it. So quick blow dry of the panels before putting TARDIS on because it's not water admissible. If anyone says, oh, John at Forensic Detailing said it is, I was like, yeah, that's fine. I've never experienced it to be water admissible, so I always dry it. Then I put a bit of Surfex HD on and blast it all off. That just removes the residue, I find, before claying, and I'm using ONR at 16:1 as the lube. So after priming the pad, I'm going for a set here just to do a test to see what the clarity comes up like. I'm using Maguire's 205 on the Roops yellow foam. The inspection light you're going to see me use in a minute is the Sealy one. Now this is a hell of a lot cheaper than the Scan Grip one, but I can see no performance difference between the two, so a link to that below is well worth it, and it'll help you get the right one without having to spend a fortune on a Scan Grip.
Just a quick bit of demonstrating the correction and gloss boosting we're getting. Just going to turn on the inspection light. So there's still some hairline scratches, right, but nothing, no real heavy swirls. And then over here, I haven't done it yet. There's the camera struggling to focus, but you can still see there's quite a bit. So I'm not going for like massive correction, but I'm getting a really good gloss boost. You see there, and then back over there for the swirls. That's what we're doing. So this is Roops yellow pad and Meg's 205. I'm doing a really, really good job, and it's perfect for what I need to achieve with this one.
For the small areas, I switched over to the 3-inch pad, but I'm using the yellow wool. Now the reason I'm using that is A, the paint's hard so I can cope with it, but B, they're really nice to use. They're lovely to work with, the Roops yellow wool pads, so if I can get away with them, I'll use them. And on the 3-inch one, I find them nicer than the foam pad. Again, if the paint can take it and it delivers what you want it to do, it's a fantastic pad to use. And then when the 3-inch pad is too much, you switch over to the Nanopolisher. This is the SPTA one with its supplied 2-inch blue microfiber pad, which is a great combination, works very, very well. Again, now I'm wiping over with IPA, and that's at 20%, in preparation for 2 coats of Geon Can Coat and a topper with Geon Cure. Finishing off finally now with the tyre dressing. This is Geon Tyre Q2 with the Carscope tyre brush. That is amazing and a game changer. Get one of those, you will not be disappointed. Some minor water spotting here, taken care of with Auto Glim glass polish. As I'm rounding third here, thank you very much for watching. I'm putting on the G on Cure now. You can sit back and enjoy the afters, and I will see you for the next video, which will be, hopefully, the Devil's Juice V2 versus Malco Breakoff.